Hey, what's your shippers, and welcome back to the channel. So let's start with two powerful stories that remind us why this hobby is so meaningful. So Jeannie, a hobbyist from the United States, started shrimp keeping in 2022 full of excitement. But like many of us, she quickly got lost in a maze of conflicting advices. So for 6 long months, not a single berried female appeared in her tank. She tried different methods. She followed advice from forums, videos, and groups. Some tips sounded promising, others just added more confusion. And despite all the efforts, nothing worked. She was close to giving up. Then she made one small intentional change. She added a reset basket with pre-cycled soil. Here's what's important is pre-cycled soil. She introduced a calyx ball for biofilm and microbial support. So there was no tank teardown, no back-breaking 6 hours reset that she didn't have time for. Just a simple practical tweak. And within weeks, her tank changed. Jeannie wrote to us saying, "Here is a photo of my 10-gallon tank. I have your reset basket and calyx ball in it. Thank you for everything, making this endeavor more manageable and rewarding. I now have 3 berried females since I installed the reset basket. My shrimp hasn't bred for more than 6 months. Thank you very much." So after half a year of frustration, she finally saw life and growth in her tank. That joy, that relief, that's what this hobby should feel like. So now let's cross the Atlantic to Germany. Monika sounds so, apologize if I pronounce it wrongly. She runs a WhatsApp community called Garnelen-Chat. So Garnelen is actually the German word for stream. Already with over 180 active members sharing their successes and challenges. So if you are in Germany or nearby in Europe or anywhere else in the world, you can actually join their chat group by emailing garnelen-chat@web.de or follow the link below. She too had been through the same confusion as Jeannie, testing different approaches, trying various products, and just like Jeannie, she saw how small changes backed by real results could transform her tanks. She wrote to me and said, "I'm totally convinced by your calyx ball. I tested other products that are supposed to be similar, but they are not. Far from it." Because of her confidence in the result, Monika actually even arranged special pricing for her community group, not for personal gains, but so others could experience the same breakthrough. So Monika's story, like Jeannie's, proved the same thing. When you remove the guesswork and use tools that simply work, the hobby becomes clearer, easier, and more rewarding. Jeannie and Monika's tanks are different. Their environments, their routine, even their countries are different. But the essence is the same. A small intentional change created real results. And that's the heart of today's message, because in shrimp keeping, success isn't measured by my tanks or my name. It's measured by your tanks, your shrimps, and your success. So let's be honest, when you first step into this hobby, it feels like navigating a maze of conflicting information. So one YouTuber swears by specific remineralizer, another say it's totally unnecessary, some insist on never doing water change. Like for us, we say it is necessary for water changes. Some claim that green wall is essential. We say that it's not essential. So in the end, in the middle of all that noise, you are left wondering, who do I trust and which method actually works? Am I wasting my time, money, and hope? So I think these are all genuine questions. So this confusion is one of the biggest reasons so many hobbyists get very confused, before they even get success. Here's something we don't talk enough about, I think. Most of the traditional advices come from full-time breeders, full-time YouTubers, or even full-time shrimp shop owners. People who dedicate their entire day careers to their tanks, and of course their methods work for them. Because shrimp keeping is their full-time job. So, but let's be honest over here as well, because if you took any of those breeders, full-time YouTubers and everything, and suddenly give them 10 to 12 hours of day job, plus family commitments, plus the everyday chaos we all deal with, their methods would have to change too. They wouldn't have that endless time to do elaborated water changes, constant parameter checks, using methods that require a lot of time. For the rest of us hobbyists, juggling careers, families, and life, those full-time methods simply don't fit us. And that's why we needed something different, something more realistic, something that bridges the gap between the ideal way of full-timers do it and the practical way hobbies can manage without sacrificing results. This is also why Stream Sanctuary exists, to remove the guesswork and give you the tools that make the hobby more manageable, sustainable, and deeply rewarding. So even if you have only a few hours a week for it, the reset basket simplifies tanks maintenance without the back-breaking work. The Cat Export provides real microbials, support, and biofilm proven by hobbyists worldwide. So these aren't just products. So these are solutions born from real struggles, tested in real tanks and used by real people like Jeannie and Monika, and a lot of other hobbies as well. Because in this hobby, your time is valuable, your energy is limited, and your experience should be joyful and not a source of stress. So now, let's come back to this. So doing something different in this hobby isn't easy. So when we created tools that challenge the old way, we face criticism. We got misunderstood, and yes, some people will even try to pull us down. So over the years, we have seen many similar products pop up, claiming to be just like us, just like Cat Export. We have seen rumors on social media and whispers trying to discredit what we do. But here's the thing, the real results can't be faked. So no rumors can erase Jeannie's 3 berried females after 6 months of nothing. No imitations or similar products can match the consistency Monika experienced and shared with her community. No criticism can actually overshadow the hundreds of hobbies worldwide who now enjoy healthier stream, better water stability, and more breeding success, all because they made small intentional changes. We have stood the test of time, not because we shouted the loudest, not because we play social media politics, but because we stayed true to one thing: your success matters more than ours. Jeannie's tank is in the US. Monika's community is in Germany. Hundreds of hobbies in Singapore, Canada, Italy, France, and beyond. Different tanks, different environments, but one unifying truth: when you have clarity, support, and the right tools, your stream will thrive. And here's something I want to share with you openly. So many people have seen our tanks during product development and testing and said, why are these tanks empty? Why don't you have more berried streams in every tank? So the reason is actually very simple. Those tanks are used for testing. When we develop or improve a product, we test it in multiple tanks. Some of those tanks have no streams. Some have just a few. Because during testing, every detail must be carefully documented. Every water parameters, every change needs to be observed without the distraction of a fully stocked colony. And yes, while we dedicate those tanks to research, we know people will misunderstand. Some even mock us and say, hey, look, they don't even have streams in their tanks. But here's the truth. Those empty tanks are the reasons your tanks can have more berried streams. We take the risk, we do the trials, we absorb the failures, so you don't have to. So at the end of the day, it's not about how many berried streams are in my tank or in our tank. It's about how many are in yours. So if you are feeling stuck, frustrated, or unsure which path to take, remember Jeannie. She didn't overhaul everything. She didn't spend endless hours tearing apart her tank. She just made one small, meaningful change, and it changed her entire experience. That's the power of practical tested solution. That's the power of community-driven tools. That's what Stream Sanctuary is all about, to breed success. Because in this hobby, you deserve more than just keeping streams alive. You deserve to see them thrive. You deserve to feel proud every time you look at your tank. And you deserve the support and clarity you need without wasting hours on conflicting information. So if Jeannie's story resonates with you, if Monika's journey gives you hope, if you are ready to give yourself and your streams the best chance at success, then take that small step forward. Try the reset basket at the Cat Export, join the Garnelen-Chat group if you are in Germany, or simply share your story with us wherever you are in the world. Because this hobby is not about me. It's about Stream Sanctuary as a brand. It's about you, your tank, and the life you are creating in it. And every time your stream breed, every time you feel stressed and less stressed and more confident, every time you share your success, it reminds us why we have started this journey in the first place. So thank you, Jeannie, thank you, Monika, and thank you for the hobbies that's watching this, for trusting us and being part of this community. Together, we will keep standing strong together, we will keep providing that real results matters. Because in the end, it's your tank that tells the story. So until next time, peace out.